Hi, once again, we are welcome to Creative Art TV. Today, we are going to talk about design. Now, a design in arts is the organization, is the transformation, and is the arrangement of words, art. And on today, we are going to talk about the basic elements of a design. So, as I said, today we are going to do creative art. And we are going to talk about a design. And as I said, a design talks about the composition, the arrangement, and the combination of elements in an artwork. So when you are talking about the design, we are going to talk about the major elements in art. The major elements. The major elements in art, or the major elements art. Now, these major elements of art, they are the elements which the artists are going to combine, which they are the elements which the artists are going to add up to create a design in an artwork. For instance, in a design like this of this book has a nice design because the design of this book is combined or has been arranged using elements of what design. Now, when you talk about the elements are the things which the artists they combined, which the artists arrange to form an artwork like this. And this is a very nice design. Introduction to the textiles, which we are going to get back to this book. Now, let's mention some of the elements of design. Now, the elements of design are very common, and you know them. The elements of design: 1, we have dots. 2, we have line. 3, we have shape. 4, we have color. 5, we have texture. For now, these are the basic elements of art which in every design you are going to use to compose, to arrange, and to create a very good artwork. Now, someone will ask, what is a dot? What is a line? What is a shape? And what is a color? And what is what? A texture. A dot here, you can create, this is an example of a dot. You have example of dots. We will be coming to when we are going to use dots to create what? A design. And we will be coming to the place where we are going to use line to create what? A design. We are going to take each of them one after the other, and we are going to discuss more on that. Now, we have different kinds of what? Dots, as I have shown here. These are different kinds of what? Dots. The same way, you can also have different kinds of lines. which we use in what? A design. This is a straight line. You have dashes. You have the zigzag. It's also a line. And you have the spiral. It's also a line. You can also talk about shape. You have different kinds of shapes. You have the triangle, a square, a kite. It's also an example of a shape. You can also have a star. So this means when you are designing an artwork, you can use these elements. And these elements, they are the essential elements which we need before any artwork can be what? Can be composed, can be arranged, or can be created. Now we come to the next one, color. You have different kinds of color. You have red, yellow, green. And always I've been saying that they are the rainbow colors. You have the rock beef, red, oil green, red, orange, green, blue, indigo, and what? Violet. Now you come to texture. You have two types of texture in the element of design. You have the rough. You have the rough texture and the smooth texture. Now on the rough texture, when you take an exercise book or when you take a sheet of paper, you can feel the rough texture. You can feel the smooth texture, sorry. When you take the exercise book and when you take any paper, on the surface, you feel that the surface is very, very smooth. And when you come to my chalkboard, over here you can feel that the surface is very, very rough. That is the example of what? The texture. Okay, today, as I said we are talking about what? A design. And we have learned that in artwork, before we are going to make any design, we are going to need these major elements to make a design. And we have created an examples of the major elements. Now the major elements are what? Dots, line, shape, color, and texture. With this major element, the artist is going to combine them, is going to arrange them to form a very nice art piece. He's going to use to form a very nice what? Design. In our next lesson, we are going to look at how we are going to use the dots, the line, the shape, the color, and the texture to create a design. But for today, we are only looking at the major elements of art. So, viewers watching me at home, you can try this at home. You can also try different kinds of what? Dots. You can also draw different kinds of dots. You can also draw different kinds of line. You can also draw different kinds of shape. And you can also color different kinds of what? Color. And you make different kinds of texture. Thank you very much for having time with us, and make sure you don't miss the next lesson. Thank you.